Hello?
Quality, innovation, respect, and integrity. Take steps to invest in your career. International Management Consultancy is the leading global marketplace for learning and instruction, helping professionals across the industry to develop skills and expertise to get recognition and growth in the corporate world. We are one of the leading training providers and gradually spreading our training facility amongst candidates based at different geographies, such as Canada, United States of America, United Arab Emirates, Saudi, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Lebanon, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Philippines, India, and many other countries across the globe. IMC is accredited by the highest industry standards. We put in the efforts and we work to prove our commitment to offering our clients only the best and of superior quality. With a uniquely immersive curriculum that combines live instruction from the leading experts, peer-to-peer collaboration, on-demand lessons, unlimited online trainings, and 24/7 learning support. IMC helps over thousands of professionals learn their skills needed to advance their careers and reach their full potential. In line with our commitment to excellence, IMC offers a number of training courses preparing professionals for certifications and exams given by the international associations in areas like management, finance and accounting, human resources, sales and marketing, quality administration, and as well as project management. By fully attending these courses and successfully completing the requirements of the certifying body, participants will receive a special certificate which recognizes their dedication and commitment and in many cases help them earn valuable continuing education credit. IMC Consultants has been working together with their clients from various industries in aligning their people and processes to compete through high speed, excellent quality, and low cost. We strongly believe that the key to our success is our total commitment in delivering value to our clients based on integrity, honesty, and openness. If you are uncertain about which roles or skills are best for you, hurry! Come visit our website or talk to our expert education consultants today. Take a step, invest in your future, empower your knowledge, and be one of our success stories. International Management Consultancy, excellence is what we deliver.
Good evening, Mr. Debashish. You can now take over. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Michelle. It is Michelle only, right?
No, I'm from Soumya. I'm from India service team, Soumya. Yeah.
Oh, Soumya, thank you so much. Thanks for your help.
Always welcome,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you very much. So, yeah. So, good evening, everybody. I think everybody can hear me loud and clear and also see my screen properly, right?
Good evening. I think we cannot see your screen.
You cannot see my screen. Okay.
Good evening, Devashish. This is Mehtab this side. I can see your screen.
Okay. So, yes. So
It's
everybody
visible.
can see my screen now because it is already being shared. If somebody is having some problem with the sharing and others, I would request that person to kindly log out and log in again. That might help. Okay. And one request, when I talk, kindly be on mute unless and until you want to say something, which I will give you an option to talk. Okay. So we will start with our session. We have already gone through the recorded video for IMC, which talks about the credibility of IMC as an educational institution. So what we will do, we will now start with our session. Before we start our session,
I'm not see the.
could
Hello?
I request Satish to kindly be on mute?
Okay.
So what we will do, we will start with our session now. And before we start our session, I will quickly want you people to have a quick introduction so that we can understand whom we are talking to. So I will call your names. I have already recorded some of your names. This is not an attendance sheet or anything. It is only for my records. So what we will do, I will call anybody's name at first, and then we will take up the introduction session. So what you have to tell me, you have to basically tell me from which domain you are from, whether you are from manufacturing or IT or healthcare or any other sector, and your role in your organization, and obviously from which country, because I definitely see some people from some different countries also who are present over here. So I would like to have your country. Uh, if necessarily, if it is not from India, you can mention your country over here. And that's it. So we will have a quick introduction. So I will start with Animesh. I saw Animesh there. I'm not sure whether Animesh might have left. Now, few names, okay, few names are not there in my list, so that I have to add up afterwards. So first, let me start. Even Aquino, he is also not there, so I'm not very
No,
sure.
I'm here.
Oh, you
I'm
were
here.
there? Oh, you were there?
Yes,
Okay.
Devash. Yeah. My
Okay.
name is Peter.
Yeah. It come to Pit Aquino. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So could you please tell me, sir, very quickly, because this is a big group, so we have to do it very fast. From which domain you are from, actually?
Yeah, I'm an IT professional, but I work in an agricultural
Mhm.
company as an IT head.
Okay, IT.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
your role is an IT head. And which country you are from?
From the Philippines.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. That will
Thank
help.
you.
And do you have any previous Six Sigma knowledge or idea?
I have, yes.
Okay, you have. You got your green belt certification or anything?
No, I participated in some of the
Okay.
trainings
Okay.
provided by my organization before.
My organization. No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next, I will go to Dinesh. Those names which I have already recorded. Dinesh.
Yeah, hi, good evening.
Dinesh Patil. Yes.
Yeah, hi, good evening.
Good
So
evening.
basically, I'm from Maharashtra, India.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
from which domain you are from?
so my domain is security and loss prevention.
Security and loss prevention. Okay. And
Yeah.
what is your role in your organization?
I'm senior manager here.
Okay. And you are definitely from India. So,
Yes.
okay. And you have any previous Six Sigma knowledge or idea?
No, I don't have any.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, I will come to rather, I will include Chetan over here first, because Chetan, I have sorted the names. Otherwise, it will be very tough for me to keep on asking for different people. Okay, Chetan, if I could have your yes.
I am from pharma industry.
Okay.
Working as a finance manager.
Very good. And what you're from India, of course. Okay.
Yes.
And you have any previous idea on Six Sigma? Anything?
Yes, I have an idea because I was attended the few classes, your earlier classes, but I was couldn't able to finish the full batch.
Oh, you attended my previous classes.
Yes. I think last 2 months back.
Okay.
For 1 or 2 classes, I was attending.
Okay. No problem, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, Chetan, we have taken up a Dennis. Dennis, we have done, I guess. Dinesh, we have done. Next is some district male hospital Agra. Could you please right click against your name and change your name, please? I cannot really call you District Male Hospital Agra. So could you please right click against your name and change your name to your actual name? That would help.
Yes, sir. Yes.
What's your name actually?
So, Dr. Amit Mulchandani.
Sorry?
Dr. Amit Mulchandani.
Amit Mulchandani. Okay. So please change your name. Okay. So you are from which domain?
Sir, I am from healthcare.
And what is your role over there as a doctor?
Sir, hospital administrator.
Hospital. Okay. Admin. And you are from India, of course. So you are also present. Okay, good. And this present and absent, it is only for my records. Okay, so these are not getting shared with anybody or anything like this. Okay, next I will come to Amit is done, Chetan, Dennis, Dinesh, Gaurav, Gaurav Kulkarni. Yes, Gaurav, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi. My name is
Hi.
Gaurav Kulkarni, and for domain, if you talk, I am a co-founder of an organization called Whitescape Consulting, and we are management consultants. And even the other co-founder, Gaurav Dingani, is here with me. So we both have joined this case to enhance our knowledge into Six Sigma platform. So we could
That's okay.
cater-
No, hold on. Gaurav Dingani is he hasn't joined till now, so let us not talk about him. Okay.
So he's with me.
Oh, from the same location, you both are together. Oh, okay. So let me first talk to you, Gaurav Kulkarni. What is your, so I'm taking as your management consultant, and what is your role as?
I'm a co-founder.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Audible?
Yeah, very much audible. I'm already hearing you. Okay. So I think I have got, and both of you have any previous idea of Six Sigma and others?
No.
Okay, no problem. Okay, next, thank you and welcome all of you. Next, I will come to Mehtab Ansari.
Yeah, hi Devashish. Hello
Hello,
everyone.
sir. Yes.
So I am from pharma industry,
Okay.
working as a process excellence consultant.
Process excellence consultant. Okay.
Yeah, West Bengal, India.
Okay, India. And you have any idea on Six Sigma and others?
Yeah, I have done my green belt certification and also
Okay.
couple of projects here.
Couple of projects where in your organization?
Yeah, in my current organization.
Okay. Good. Okay. Next, I will come to Pradeep. Pradeep Gunjal. Yeah,
Yes. Hello everyone. Myself Pradeep Gunjal. I am from Maharashtra, India. Basically, my domain is project industry.
What do you mean by project industry?
Yes, mechanical based project.
So it's a manufacturing organization.
No, you cannot say it's manufacturing.
So what is the domain? Project is not a domain. What is your?
Yes, I know that manufacturing and coordination, you can say that.
So that's what I'm asking. Manufacturing and coordination. Okay.
Yes, and my role is assistant manager.
Okay, you're
Yes.
from India, of course.
India.
Okay, and you have any previous knowledge?
Yes, before few months I attended a basic session of yellow belt Six Sigma. Like Six Sigma.
Yellow belt.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So next, okay, you can go on mute, please.
Yes, sure.
There are too much of sound coming from your end. Okay. Okay, I am done with Dennis, Dinesh, Amit, Gaurav, both the Gauravs. Ittehal, where is Ittehal in the list? I don't see Ittehal in the list. Okay, I will include his name. Just give me a moment. It is I-N-T-E-J. Yes, Ittehal, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. Can you first hear me?
Hi. Yes, very much I can hear you.
Okay, so my name is Ibtihal Bawazir. I come from the domain of energy company, petroleum, to be specific.
Okay, petroleum, yes.
Petroleum. And my role is a commercialization lead.
Commercializing bits.
Lead.
Oh,
Commercialization lead.
Commercialization lead. Okay.
And
Just a minute.
no problem.
Commercialization. I'm making a boo-boo with the spelling. Commercialization lead. Okay. And what is it? You're
I'm from Oman.
Oman. Okay, wonderful. Okay. Very good. Thank you and most welcome over here.
Thank you.
Okay. Just a minute. So after Ittihal, I have there is a person named JWL123. Could you please rename yourself? Could you please rename yourself JWL123? I cannot really call you JWL123. So we have to everybody, whoever is having some different names. So please rename yourself with the right click. Okay. Next is Sushant's name. I'm not getting over here. Sushant, I will add it over here. Sushant Jorapur. Yes, Sushant.
Satish Jorapur.
Satish Jorapur. Yes. Continue.
I am from India. I am from India. I am working as a FMGC industry as a quality manager and the production.
Which industry?
FMGC.
What is that?
FMGC food fast manufacturer growing industry, food industry.
Oh, food industry. So you tell me
FMGC
food
industry.
industry. Yes, so food industry. Just a minute. Food industry. And what is your role over there?
Quality manager will be there.
Quality manager. Okay. Okay. Good. And you have any previous knowledge or idea about Six Sigma?
No. First time I attend the black belt and green belt, all those things.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. So who else is left out? Karan, I think. Next, let me come to Karan. Yeah, Karan. Could I have your...
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hi.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. So I'm from Haryana, India.
Okay.
So I'm working as a management consultant. So
okay, and what is the industry?
So mainly we run change management and process excellence project. So my role, like domain, is not specific.
So I put it process excellence. Of course, process excellence is not exactly a domain, but still I'm putting it as a process excellence. Okay.
Particularly, you can say manufacturing excellence.
Manufacturing
excellence.
Manufacturing and excellence. Of course, it sounds very confusing. And excellence. Okay. Okay, I will put it that way. And do you have any previous knowledge on Six Sigma?
Yeah, I did a course from.
Sorry?
Like on edX, I did a course.
Your voice is breaking.
I have a knowledge.
Your voice is breaking. Not able to hear you. Yeah, tell me.
Yes. Is it?
Your
so
voice is
basically,
breaking.
I did a course.
You did what?
Yeah, I did a course on Six Sigma, so I have a prior knowledge over that.
So what course you did? That's what I'm asking. What course you did?
Yeah, green belt level I did from from edX. I did a course. Yes.
Oh, so
green belt level.
So that means you have a certification on green belt.
Not a certification, but yeah, I know all the process. Like
you know all the processes. Okay. Very interesting. Okay.
I have knowledge over this.
Okay, let's see. Good. Thank you. Okay, next is, I think Karan is done. Next is Manish Vardhe. Manish Vardhe, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Basically, my domain is construction and I am proposal manager.
Construction.
Basically, proposal manager. Basically, I am from India, but right now working in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, so I will put it as Saudi Arabia. Okay.
Yeah.
And you have any previous idea on Six Sigma?
No. This is the first time I'm
no problem. No problem. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay. Next is Mehtab. Mehtab, his name is there. Yeah, Mehtab. Oh, Mehtab, I think we have already talked. Mehtab.
Yeah, we have already done.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Funny Shankar. Funny Shankar. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Funny.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah.
Hi, Devashish. Good evening.
Hi. I don't know why your name is appearing twice over
So
here.
I'm from India, based out of Hyderabad, and
Uh-huh.
you can just hide one of the
Yeah. So I had to add few names. No problem.
Yeah.
Please continue. Please continue.
So based out of Hyderabad and from IT, working as a
Okay.
manager.
Which organization, if I may ask you?
Yeah, it's United Health Group.
Sorry?
United Health Group. UHG.
Okay. Yeah. And what's your role over there?
As a manager.
Manager. Wonderful. And you have any previous experience?
No.
No problem, sir. Please be honest to yourself. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Pradeep, I think we have already talked with Prem Sinha. Yes, Prem Sinha, could you please introduce yourself? Prem Sinha. I'm not able to hear you, Prem Sinha. Not able to hear. Because we can't wait much, actually. If there is an audio issue, we have to go to the next person. Okay. So next, I will start with Samnath. Samnath. Hello. There seems to be few audio problems at your end. Some of you are having some audio problem. So what I would request, those who are having audio problems, kindly log out and re-log in. That might solve the issue. Okay. Okay, because otherwise, who is this?
I'm Saman.
Okay, yeah, Samnath. Samnath, yes. Yeah, Samnath, tell me.
I'm from Hyderabad, India. Working as a senior technical lead, who deals with electric motors for commercial vehicles.
Sir, what is your domain? Is it automobile?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what automobile. And what is your role over there?
Senior technical lead.
Senior technical lead. Okay. And you have any previous knowledge on Six Sigma?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I have attended same course 2 months back ago, but I have not completed full course.
Okay. Some idea you have, that makes. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
No problem, sir. No problem. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
So Rajat Johori. Rajat.
Yeah, hi. Hi, good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Just a minute, Rajat. Just a minute. I'm just trying to find out your name first in the list.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not able to find your names. I will add you back. Rajat.
Fine.
Just a minute, please. Yeah, Rajat, please continue.
Okay, as you know, my name is Rajat Johri. I have 17 years of operations experience into operations, majorly in BPOs, like it's throughout in BPO sectors. And I'm working in the role of an associate with one of the companies. And
Associate what? Associate? No, just a minute. Associate what?
In operations, associate operations.
Associate operation manager or what?
No. It's a position like below team lead.
Okay.
Or yeah. So
So
like I assist team leader.
So how do I put it? Associate what?
No, just associate. That's the designation. Which they have.
Okay. And
so like it's a like you can say assistant team lead in one of the BPOs.
Whatever.
And,
I will put it as associate only. Whatever you said.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And I do have knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have knowledge about Lean and Six Sigma. Is that I have seen it getting implemented in the organizations.
Okay.
Although I haven't done any course or I haven't been a part of it.
No problem.
Right.
Okay. After
Hello.
who is this?
This side Prem Sinha.
Oh, Prem, you are able to talk now. Yes, Prem
Yes.
Sinha. Please tell me.
Actually, I'm from a IT domain, and my right now position is of quality analyst, and I'm from India.
Of course. Yeah, and you have any specific knowledge on Six Sigma?
I have a
Any
basic
kind of
knowledge of green belt, like basic knowledge.
basic knowledge of Green Belt. Have you done your course on Green Belt?
No, I haven't done. Like I have read somewhere like about the green belt. A basic knowledge about what are the DMAC analysis about that only.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But that is not Green Belt actually. Okay. So that is knowledge about Six Sigma. Okay. But we will learn about all those things. Fine.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So next is, who is this? Sahin Khan. Sahin Begum Khan. Sahin, could you please introduce yourself? Sahin. Next is CB Rajan.
Yeah.
CB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, good evening all. My name is B. Rajan. I am actually from food and fuel industry, working as a
food industry, yes.
Yeah. My current position is a supply chain and logistics manager.
Supply chain and
Logistics manager. Yeah.
Logistics manager.
I am from India, but currently in Dubai, UAE.
Yes, so I will put it as Dubai.
Dubai.
And
I
you
don't have any experience and I don't have any knowledge about the Six Sigma.
No problem. No problem, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Shubham Kumar Agarwal. Shubham. Yes, Shubham Agarwal. Could you please introduce yourself?
Good evening, everyone. Basically, my name is Shubham Agarwal and I'm from steel manufacturing industry. And
manufacturing.
My domain, my role is as a manager. I'm working as a manager in operational excellence department. Manager.
Manager. Yes.
Yeah, I'm from India.
Yes, and you have any specific knowledge on?
Basically, it's just a base level knowledge like -3 sigma plus 3 sigma. That much only I know. Not basically in depth knowledge. I don't have.
Yeah, some theoretical idea you have.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. No problem. Okay. Next, I see one person joining, Jairaj. Yes, Jairaj. Could you please introduce yourself, Jairaj?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, myself Jaraj,
Hmm.
working in automotive industry, manufacturing. Yeah, and deputy manager in quality.
Deputy manager, quality. Okay. And you're from India only, I guess, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. It was very quick. Good. Okay. Syed Saqib. Yes, Syed Saqib. I think.
Hi, my name is Syed Saqib. I'm from aviation industry, maintenance, basically. Working as a technician and from Pakistan.
Technician and Pakistan. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. Okay.
From which part of Pakistan, if I may ask you?
Karachi.
Karachi. Okay. Wonderful.
Thank you.
So welcome all of you. So have I missed out anyone to talk?
Yes, sir.
Who is this gentleman?
Sir, my name is Ali Raza.
Ali Raza. Just a minute, sir. Ali Raza Awan. Yes. I got it.
Sir.
Yes, because when I am talking, some people are joining in the meantime. Yes, sir. Please continue. Ali Raza.
So my name is Ali Raza. I am from Pakistan.
Oh, you are also from Pakistan. Very good.
Currently working in UAE.
Okay.
And
So
my domain is construction industry.
Construction. Okay. Just
and my role is as a quality engineer.
Very good. Quality engineer. And which the Pakistan spelling is right? Pakistan, right?
Yes, sir. Right.
Okay. And which part of Pakistan you are from?
I am from Kashmir.
Oh, okay. Good. Welcome.
Okay. Thank you.
All of you, welcome over here. And Shaheen Begum, are you able to talk now? I think you are having some audio issues, so that's why you are not able to talk. But I have marked you as present today. Dennis, we have already talked, right?
Hi, Debashis. Actually, my name is Denise Ives, and you haven't talked to me yet.
Oh, I haven't. I missed you out. It is very much unintentional. Sorry about this.
Sure.
Yeah. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. So, yes, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So I'm from the finance industry, specifically on hedge fund administration. I am a senior vice president, and I'm from the Philippines.
Okay, senior vice president, and you are also from Philippines. Wonderful. So I think I have covered all. I have covered all. Let me still have a look whether I have covered all or not. Quickly, I will have a look. Just quickly, give me some 2 minutes time.
Hello, sir.
Yes, who is this?
Actually, this is Swati Chauhan. My name is not reflecting in this list.
Is it?
Swati Chauhan, yes.
No. Oh, Swati Chauhan.
Swati Chauhan, yes. But
Oh,
my
yeah,
name is
yeah.
not mentioned in this
No
list.
problem. I will include. Some names are not there. Swati
Swati
Chauhan.
Chauhan, yes.
Yes,
I am from India.
yes. What is
Yes.
your industry?
I'm working in US healthcare as a quality auditor in claims department. Quality auditor.
I will take you as a quality auditor. You are
Auditor,
from
right.
India, of
I'm
course.
from India. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
No
Thanks.
problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. I think now we have included everybody. I will make this list proper afterwards. So just want to check if I am adding everybody or not. Just give me a moment so that I can make a filter and just check whether I have included everybody or not. So total number of people present, how many are present? I can see over here 25, and there are actually 27 people. 27 people other than Michelle or myself. There are 27 people. So 2 people, of course, one is Shaheen, who is not able to talk, and at least we can communicate. Uruj Akhtar, I think. Oh, yeah,
Hi,
yeah.
Devashish. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Please
So
go
hi,
ahead.
everyone. My name is Uruj, and I'm from the IT domain.
Yes.
And my role is as a assistant manager.
Very good, sir.
I
And
don't
from
have
the-
any prior knowledge on the green belt part, so I'm totally fresh.
No problem. And what's your, which country you are from?
I'm from India.
Okay. Okay. So now I think I am done. Only very sorry to say that only with Shaheen we could not talk. Other than that, I think we have talked with everybody. So that's not a problem. So I will make this list fresh afterwards. That's not a problem. So I think we can now save this for my own record. At least we can understand how many people have joined on the first day. Okay, good. This is only for my records. So that why we do this introduction, so that I have an idea. I have an idea, a fair amount of idea. Who are the people and who are our friends whom I am talking to? Okay, and what is their background, means which domain you are from. That's why if you see.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, this is Puneet Singh from India.
Okay.
I got message from Soumya Verma, who is working in IMC, to join. She recommended me to join this class.
No problem, sir. I am adding your name, Puneet Singh.
Myself,
Okay.
Puneet Singh.
Yes.
I'm working in operation as a deputy manager.
Yes. So
I'm
which domain?
Yeah.
Which domain?
From operations, production.
No. Production is not a domain. Whether you are from manufacturing, you are from manufacturing.
Yeah. From manufacturing, automobile industry.
Oh, automobiles. I will make it specific automobile.
Yeah.
And
Sir.
what's your designation and role over there?
Right now, I'm working as a deputy manager in Hero Motocorp.
Deputy manager. Okay.
Yeah.
Deputy manager. You're from India?
Yeah, sir. I belong to India.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So I think we have now included one. Only very unfortunately, we couldn't have this person, Shaheen Begum Khan. I could not talk. So can't help. We cannot. I think we have spent half an hour on this. So let it be like this. Maybe in our next class, if Shaheen is able to talk, then we will try to have his or her. Okay. So now I think we should go to our presentation. And before going into this presentation, I think everybody can now see my presentation slide, able to hear me loud and clear, and also see my screen properly. Apologies. Okay, Shaheen is saying, apologies, I'm experiencing some connectivity issue, hence I'm unable to communicate. No problem, I can understand. You don't have to apologize for the small things. No problem, we can have your introduction on the very next day. Please remind me once. Please remind me once, at least I can understand that you are able to hear me. Probably you are able to hear me. So nothing to apologize. Okay. So before I start my session, what she is writing again, he or she, thanks for your understanding. No problem. Thank you so much. So what we will do, as because this is a virtual session, we have to check that our audio and video and our sound system, including our screen, all are visible properly. Everybody can hear everybody. So that is some of the basic thing we have to always ensure. So before I start my session, let me quickly introduce myself. Very quickly, let me introduce myself. My name is Debashish Mukherjee. I will not take much time. I will make it very fast like you people. I am a global trainer, consultant, and mentor on many areas that include Six Sigma, Lean, ISO, CMMI, total quality management. Some of you are from IT organization, so you people can understand what is CMMI stands for. Total quality management, risk management, customer management, all these areas. Globally, I have traveled across many countries for giving training or consultation and many other, that is mentorship towards, I have traveled across, of course, in India, definitely. I am from India, from Mumbai, actually. So I have traveled to US. In US, I was there for several years, which I will share my experiences with you. I had been to South Africa several times, to Paris several times, and also to Belgium. So these are the countries which I have traveled for my training, consultation, mentorship. I am a global trainer. Professionally, I am a Six Sigma Master Black Belt expert, ISO 9001 lead auditor, and also CMMI, that is Capability Maturity Model Integrated, high maturity assessment team lead. So professionally, these are my qualifications. From the Six Sigma standpoint, let us come quickly to the Six Sigma thing. I think overall, I have given trainings, not only on Six Sigma, but inclusive of all areas that I talked about, not less than 600 plus trainings by this time across the globe, okay? That includes many countries, as I said, and many professionals. From the Six Sigma standpoint, and these trainings are not only virtual trainings, but classroom trainings, in-house trainings. Just 2 weeks back, I just did one in-house training in India with Tata Motors in Pune, India. So all sorts of training I'm very much involved in. And from the Six Sigma standpoint, I think by this time I have mentored or I have done myself around 500 plus projects myself. So this is in short my qualification, my humble qualification. So we will try to understand Six Sigma, and as I understand from this book, one or two of you could be having a green belt certification, but rest of the people mostly are having some theoretical idea about Six Sigma. Okay. Six Sigma idea, we don't classify into green belt and black belt, which I will keep on discussing with you, because today in our session, we will ideally continue our discussion on the conceptual part of Six Sigma, which is very important. Okay. So we will understand that. And one more thing, I am associated with many global organizations for many years. One of them is IMC. I'm associated with IMC for more than 3+ years now. And it is one of my valued position, I guess, that I am very much one of the leading trainers of IMC. So these are my quick introduction, I guess. So let us now start understanding
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What do you mean by your integrated maturity assessment? What maturity assessment do you do?
That is capability maturity assessment for IT organization, process maturity.
For IT?
Yes.
Okay.
Capability, when I talk about CMMI, of course, that is not part of our discussion. When we talk about CMMI, it is a maturity assessment, process maturity assessment that we do for IT organizations only. That's why I said that there are few people who are from IT who might have heard of the term CMMI. They might not be getting involved in that. They might have heard. So that is the maturity which I am associated with. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let us now start our discussion. And it's a journey that we all will be traveling together. Total, we are 30 of us. Total, we are 30 of us together. And all these 30 or 29 of us will travel together in a journey, which is called Six Sigma journey. Okay. And then in the course of the Six Sigma journey, we will learn what are the areas that you should ideally understand being a green belt, and what are the ideas you should ideally learn for being a black belt. Okay, so let us start. So welcome all of you. You can just put a thumbs up, and one request, these are some basic slides which I don't want to repeat. Of course, you switch off your mobile phones. At least try to keep those on silent mode. Please be punctual in joining. These are some expectations. Respect views of others. And no side talks. Of course, there is only two Gauravs I can see who are sitting side by side or sitting together. So you will expect that there are no side talks. This is a message generally I give when I go for face-to-face or classroom session. I always ask people not to have any side talks when I present. And in a virtual session, I would always request all of you, when I talk, kindly be on mute. Kindly be on mute when I talk. Whenever you have any questions, please unmute yourself and ask me the questions. Okay? Any questions or doubts, whatever you may have. And we will try to learn everything together. And I think we will make our journey a memorable one. Okay? And in the course, generally, what happens, we are 40 minutes past 8. Generally, I try to make the introduction in half an hour, but this is a big group, so it will take a bit more time, but nothing to worry about. Whatever we could complete today, we will do, and we will proceed for the next session. So you don't have to worry. Whatever we could do in a particular day, we will do, and the full material and everything will be completed well on time. So you don't have to worry about it. So before we start learning about Six Sigma as an initiative, there are three very important terminologies that we should always try to understand. One is, who is my customer? Who is my customer? Now, Ibtihal, if I may ask you, how do you define a customer? How do you define your customer? Ibtihal?
Yes, I would say my customer is the one who is receiving whatever service or product that I am that I'm manufacturing or
yes,
or I'm giving. This they're the reason why I exist.
Okay, they are the reason that you exist. Okay, good. Customers, we can say that they are those entities to whom we provide our products and services. If it is a manufacturing organization, we ideally provide products. If it is a service industry, we ideally provide services. So customers are those entities to whom we provide our products and services. These customers, from the Six Sigma standpoint, are always of two kinds. One is an external customer, another is an internal customer. When we talk about an external customers are those customers who are external to our organization, who are our end customers. Those are called the external customers. Some people sometimes say, which I will always keep on sharing my experiences with you to make it more understandable. Some people I have heard saying that is Six Sigma as an initiative can be applied only for external customers. That is not correct. Six Sigma initiative can be applied to any kind of customers, whether it's an internal or an external customer. So external customers, more so we do it for an external customer who are external to our organization and they are our end customers. But who are my internal customers? Your CEO of your organization, your CFO of your organization, your employees in your organization, your middle management, your leadership team, your senior management of your organization, your immediate boss, they could be all your internal customers. So any request or any service or product that you are trying to attain to any customer, Six Sigma identifies that as a customer. So customer is the first component that we have to always understand regarding understanding Six Sigma as an initiative. So customer is the first element of first terminology that we should always understand. Who is my customer? In order to understand your Six Sigma initiative, the first thing that you should understand, who is my customer? Second, what is quality as per customer? What is quality as per customer? Now, Chetan, how do you define quality? Chetan?
Yes, sir. The quality is the minimum benchmark.
What is
customer?
Benchmark? What do you mean by benchmark?
The standard base standard of the expectation.
Sorry, could you repeat what you said? Your voice is breaking. Could you repeat once again?
So what I mean is, if any goods or service, if you're saying, the customer will be having his own expectation.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes.
Good. Good.
Are we meeting that expectations or not?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good. Good. Look, even if you can't explain me fully, but if you give me some keywords, I will understand that you are aware of the subject. Okay, good. So what is quality? I will explain. Quality, as Chetan has pointed out, any criteria in any product or service that meets the expectation of the customer, that is quality. So you understand, your quality has to be as per your customer. I cannot define my quality. Even if I say I run a manufacturing organization and my quality is brilliant quality, my quality is world class, but I always produce defects. And the customer does not recognize that my quality is world class. So does it make sense of claiming that my quality is world class? My customer has to certify that my product or service is world class. So quality in a Six Sigma initiative should always be considered or claimed as part of the customer. What the customer is asking for. So quality as per customer. So to discuss quality, I will talk about two things. Okay, we will discuss about this something else. The third terminology which we have is defect as per customer. Everything is as per customer. First, who is my customer? Second, what is quality as per the customer? And what is defect as per customer? What is the definition of defect? First, quality. Quality, some of you are from the quality management team, I understand. What is the simplest definition of quality as a layman? Fit to use. Anything that is fit to use by the customer is a quality item. If I ask Dinesh Patil, that Dinesh, please provide me with a laptop with this 10 criteria, 10 requirements that should be fulfilled. And if Dinesh sends me with all the 10 criteria properly fulfilled, I will say Dinesh has supplied me a quality laptop. So this quality should be as per customer. We will still have some discussion left on quality. And what is defect? Defect is just opposite to quality. Anything that does not meet the expectation of the customer, that is defect. To try a very simple example, I am Gaurav Dingani's customer. Okay. And Gaurav has sent me some products. He's running a manufacturing organization and he has produced and sent me some products. And I called him up saying that, Gaurav, I'm not happy with your products and products that you have sent me. We face this day in and day out, right? We all face it. We are not happy. Automatically, Gaurav will ask me, why you are not happy? I tell him, sir, you have sent me the products for the last 2 months. I am checking. The products are coming to me with 80% quality. That means what? 20% there are defects on an average. And that defect of 20% is making me very unhappy. So this is how the defect has to be understood. Defect from the customer standpoint. So three terminologies. Who is my customer? What is quality as per customer? What is defect as per customer? These three terminologies, I will say, forms the basic idea of the Six Sigma as an initiative. Six Sigma, these are called the pillars of Six Sigma. All our Six Sigma learning will be routed against all these three terminologies as we move ahead. Okay. Now, when we talk about quality, we discussed what is a quality. I generally don't read out slides. I don't read out slides unless and until something is very important for me to note. One is conformance to specifications. Conformance to specifications, which Chetan has already said. Another one you see, meeting or exceeding expectations. Anything which is meeting or exceeding the expectation of the customer, that is quality. Till now, we have discussed about meeting the expectations, but exceeding the expectations, we haven't actually discussed. That we will discuss a slide after some time. Okay. So what is quality? The first line is very well. Who is chatting with me? Apologies, I need to step out for 2-3 minutes. No problem, sir. For 2-3 minutes, step out. You don't have to tell me. Okay. Another request. If you, unless and until you have an audio issue, please don't keep on chatting with me when I present. Because my concentration always goes on the presentation slide, because I have to rely on that slide. So if you keep on chatting with me, it will be very hard for me and it breaks my attention actually. Okay. But if you have a problem with talking, you have an audio problem, you have to chat. There is no other way. But I prefer people not to put anything on the chat window and talk to me directly. Okay. Now, when I talk about quality, see the first line, which is very, very important. Quality means different for different people. If I am running, or say Ali Raja is running one organization where Chauhan, Chetan, Davinder and Dennis, all four are their 4 customers. Can you expect that all the 4 customers' expectations are the same? All the customers will have different expectations. Some will say, I want 100% quality, no defects. Some will say 1 or 2% defect is okay, but I need all the products or services to be delivered to me just on time, no schedule variance. Another will say 1 or 2% defect or anything that is perfect. That is perfect. But everything should be conforming to specifications. So you see, every customer has different quality perspective. Every customer will have different meaning for quality. But I don't mean if you have 100 customers will have 100 different quality perspectives. I don't mean that. There could be many things which are common, but you cannot expect that all the 100 customers will always expect the same quality criteria. That is what I mean. So In a Six Sigma initiative, we basically have to understand what is that quality criteria that we have for each and every organization and each and every customer. Accordingly, we have to go with that. We have already discussed this. Forget about the word software quality. Forget about the word software quality. It's quality as a whole. What are different clients or customers' priorities, which I have already discussed? Some want zero defect. Some say, I want everything within budget. Some say 1 or 2% defect is okay with me, but everything should be on schedule. Some will say zero defect on schedule is okay. 1 or 2 days here and there is still okay with me, but everything should be conforming to specifications. Every customer have different priorities and different perceptions about quality. Now, when I talk about quality on a high level, there are always two brands of quality. Okay, two brands of quality. One is a product quality, which ideally talks about the input and the output quality, more on the output quality. And another one is the process quality. Now try to understand this. Okay, we will have a break at 9:30. Okay, we will have a break at 9:30 for the first day. Okay, and gradually we will plan it out. Okay, the break we will have at 9:30. So product and process quality. When I talk about product and process quality, suppose Amit Mulchandani is working in an organization and he is producing some products and he is sending it to Davinder Singh, who is his customer. Now, Davinder once calls up Amit Mulchandani and say, Mr. Amit, I am not happy with your products that you are sending because your products are having very poor quality. I want these quality products to be improved. On an average, they are having 70% quality. I cannot accept 70% quality. I will need 100% quality. Say, just as an example, take it. I want 100%. So what will Amit do? Amit will go for improvement to the process that is creating the product. Ultimately, Amit has to improve the product quality, but if it does not improve the process quality that is creating that product, how can the product get improved? So in a Six Sigma initiative, our focus is always on the quality of the process. In order to improve the quality of a product or quality of a service, my quality of the process needs to be improved. If the quality of the process that is creating the product and service is not improved, how can a product or service be improved? So in a Six Sigma initiative, if required, write it down. I will ask you to write down many things while we keep on presenting. Okay. Sometimes I will use my whiteboard also, and I will ask you to write down few things which could be additional to the material that we are having. This will be very helpful for you, which I will describe how this will be helpful when we reach around the fag end of our session. Okay. Quality of the process. Now, as I said, the process quality is that where the Six Sigma focuses on. If the focus is on improving the quality of the process, automatically my end product will get improved, right? So in a Six Sigma initiative, write it down. In a Six Sigma initiative, the concentration is always on the process quality improvement. To improve the process quality. How and in what context, we will gradually discuss this. We have already discussed this. For quality, each one has a different quality. For me, quality means something else. For Ali Raja, it means something else. For Jairaj, it could mean something else. For Karan, it could mean something else. Now, when I talk about customer quality and defect, we have understood what is a quality. automatically a question will come when I talk about that Six Sigma is related to process improvement, process quality improvement. Automatically a question will come. What is a process? Dinesh Patil, what's a process? How do you define a process in your own words? Dinesh? Yes, Dinesh, you are on mute. Can you hear me? Okay, Ali Raja?
Sir, any activity where we give input and that gave us the output, so
Very
we
good.
call that as a
Yes,
process.
yes. To an extent, I will agree to this. What's a process? As Ali Raja sir has very clearly explained, I put an input, I do perform firm activities, and finally I create an output. So process, starting with the input, ending with the output, the process of steps that we follow. Look, some people try to understand this. I have seen people, because I am doing this for the last 30 years. I'm into this training and mentorship and consultation for the last 30 years. I will keep on telling more about myself as we move ahead. Okay. So I have seen people try to project Six Sigma as something like rocket science. Oh God, Six Sigma, that is rocket science. It is so enormous, so complicated. My friends, Six Sigma is nothing complicated. And I will always try to explain it in the most easy possible way so that you can remember this. Because I personally feel, based on my small experience that I have in my 30 plus years, Six Sigma is not a rocket science at all. It is simply a very logical way of doing an improvement to our process, an improvement to our organization setup. How? That we are going to discuss. So some people also say, oh, you are doing Six Sigma. It is only about statistics. It is only about statistics. No, sir. Six Sigma is not only about statistics. Yes, of course, Six Sigma definitely includes very much statistical analysis over there, which we will learn, especially which I will tell you what are the areas generally we covered in a green belt, but this is a combined training, so we will learn all. Okay, so definitely Six Sigma involves statistical tech tools and techniques. Six Sigma also involves many quality tools and techniques, and especially in the black belt area, we learn many managerial tools and techniques. In a green belt area, I will say, we learn some statistical tools and techniques, some quality tools and techniques. In a black belt section, we learn more statistical tools and techniques, some advanced statistical tools and techniques, which I will always keep on telling you, don't worry. Some quality tools and techniques, additional ones, some instruments that we will learn. We also, in a black belt session, black belt area, in that pocket, I will say, we learn many managerial tools and techniques, which necessarily we don't touch that much to an extent in a green belt session. So it's a mix and match of everything combined, which we call a Six Sigma initiative. So even if you have this idea, by Six Sigma, we will learn only about statistics. It is only about statistics. Sir, please unlearn that. Please unlearn that. Please forget about that. We will run afresh total. Okay. So we were discussing about process. As not Devinder, Ali Raja has very clearly stated, the process is a set of activities performed to have some given purpose. What is that purpose? To get a proper output. That is a process. And our Six Sigma initiative is towards process improvement. Every organization, I sometimes get very funny examples from people, experience. I was attending one session with a group from Qatar, and in that there was one person who told me, sir, in my organization, I don't have any process. I said, wonderful. So what do you do, sir, in your organization day in and day out? He started explaining me what he does every day, what his organization does every day. After understanding that, I told him, sir, that is what is called process. You do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, and finally you send it to your customer. That is the process you follow. Any organization cannot prosper, cannot exist without a process. And now in a process, there ideally are three components. Number one, there is a written procedure which each of us have to follow in our organization. We will discuss about this much later when we are around the fag end of our session. We will again discuss this. Procedure. Every organization has a written procedure. In IT organization, we have quality management system, business process management system. In manufacturing or automobile organizations, I have seen they have work instruction documents, SOP, standard operating procedures. In banking sectors, we have do's and don'ts documents, because so these are procedural documents which are laid down. And when you have a procedure document and perform on a process, you have different tools and techniques that you use to make the procedure work fine or the process work fine. And when I say you use, you are who? You are the employees of your organization or the people of the organization. So handling any process in any organization, whatever could be your domain, whatever could be your domain, you should have a written procedure. You should have the tools and techniques as appropriate for your organization. And there should be people who work in that organization. When I talk about Six Sigma as an initiative, many of you, if not all, definitely have heard probably of one quality cycle, which is from our quality guru, Sir Edward Deming, who talks about PDCA. Before explaining PDCA, please write down one thing which I'm telling you, because most of my explanations you will not find anywhere on the internet. That much I can guarantee. Or most of my examples that I will share, you might not get on internet ideally. So better you please write it down. First of all, right? Six Sigma is a very situational initiative. I will explain everything. Six Sigma is a very situational initiative. Full stop. Number two, Six Sigma is a well-planned, well-documented, systematic and structured way of doing a process improvement. I repeat, Six Sigma is a well-planned, well-documented, systematic and structured way of doing a process improvement. Write down this too. What do I first mean? Six Sigma is very situational. And this is from my own experience, because I am not just a trainer, I am a practitioner. So I always keep on sharing my experiences with you. Now, in an organization, yes, Satish, you have anything to say?
One thing, tell me, sir, Six Sigma, what is the mean to situational?
Oh, Six Sigma is very situational initiative. That's what I said.
Initiative. Okay, okay, sir. Second, well planned and well documented, systematic.
And structured way of doing a process improvement.
Structure. Okay. Thank you, sir.
No problem, sir. Okay. Now, what I was explaining, when I say Six Sigma is very situational, you have to understand Six Sigma in a very simple way. Okay. Now, we are 27 people today, and say all 27 of us are working.
Sir, sorry.
Yeah, Jay. Tell me. Hello. Tell me.
Sorry, sir. Again, hello. Can you repeat second? Second word, can you repeat?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I will do it. Six Sigma is a well-planned, well-documented, systematic and structured way of doing a process improvement. I will explain everything. Okay. Now, talking about the first one, the second one I will explain afterwards, not now. First one, Six Sigma is very situational. That I was trying to say, we 27 of us are working, say, in the same organization. There is Ali Raja, there is Chauhan, we all are working in the same organization. But if Ali Raja is now doing a Six Sigma initiative, Ali Raja is doing a Six Sigma initiative, and there he has used, say, 5 statistical tools and analysis, 2 and 3 quality tools and analysis, and 10 management tools and analysis. Now, if Dennis feels, oh, Ali Raja has used 5, I will use 7. My project will be better. It could be just the other way around. Just using too many tools or techniques does not make your project better. A project is good when you apply applicable tools and techniques to make it a successful project. That depends on your situation. The situation when Ali Raja did his project and when Dennis will be doing his project or Gaurav Dingani will be doing his project, the situations are completely different. Based on the situation, you have to understand which type of tools and techniques that we have to apply, what will be beneficial in this current circumstance, then only it has to be successful. We will again explain this. Okay. Whatever I am telling you now, just keep it in your mind. We will again elaborate on this, everything. And the second one I said, well-planned, well-documented, systematic and structured way of doing a process improvement. I will now discuss only the first one, well-planned. Remember, in a Six Sigma initiative, if your planning is not proper, your execution cannot be successful. And this I can guarantee, because I have seen quite a few projects. As the planning is very poor, it has suffered and it went into a failure. So your planning has to be very, very proper and then go for your execution. That's why we call it Six Sigma is a very planned way of doing a Six Sigma process improvement. So in any work that you do in an organization, knowingly or unknowingly, we first do a plan, then we go for the execution. That is, we do the work as per the plan, and then we check whatever we have planned and whatever we have done. Are these commensurate to each other? Are those matching? Have we done as per our plan? If yes, fantastic. If not, act on that. That is, make the changes if required. Again, check the plan. Are we again going as per plan? This is a vicious cycle. This is called a PDCA vicious cycle that goes on every time, especially in the process circle of any organization. Especially in a process circle, but it is common for any other sector in any organization. Quality assurance, okay. The last line, I will just concentrate on the last line. Quality is not an add-on. It has to be built in. Quality is everyone's responsibility. Quality is not an add-on. If Ali Raja, or why I'm taking Ali Raja's name all the time, say it is Karan Khatri. He is running an organization and he is the CEO of that organization. Gaurav Kulkarni, he is his manager in the organization. Okay. Karan cannot say, but I am not concerned about quality. It is Gaurav's responsibility because he is the manager. No. Quality is not something which is separate from the total process. Quality has to be built in within the process. That's why I always say quality is nothing but common sense, which is quality is nothing but common sense. If you apply quality in our day-to-day life, I will explain you Six Sigma or quality management from our day-to-day perspective. I will give you several examples in my course of our studies. We will give you several examples where you will understand how quality can be understood from our day-to-day perspective also. Now, when we talk about full quality of an organization, we talk about product quality, we talk about process quality, where Six Sigma mainly concentrate or focus on. We talk about value addition. We will talk about value addition afterwards. Personal interaction with the customers, and we also talk about service quality. All this collectively is called customized quality for an organization. There are 8 quality management principles overall. Whatever be your organization, whether you're from manufacturing, IT, healthcare, pharma, automobile, aviation, whatever, there are 8 quality management principles based on applicability. Number 1, it should be customer focused. That we have more or less understood now. It should be always customer focused. Involvement of employees in the organization. You cannot have quality attained if your people does not work that way. So involvement of people is very important. Win-win relations with suppliers. A systematic approach to management. That means a structured and a systematic way of doing things. Process approach. I told you, Six Sigma is towards process quality improvement. So our focus is always on the process, not on the product. The product is surely going to get improved, or the service is surely going to get improved if the process that is creating that product or service is improved. Automatically my product or service is improved. Leadership, continual improvement. Very, very important. Continual improvement. Amit Mulchandani, could you please tell me what do you mean by continual improvement? Any idea?
Sir, it is the continuous improvement in any process.
No. What do you mean by continuous improvement?
Like if in my accident and emergency department, availability of stretcher, it is every time I check, suppose I check 10 times and it found only 5 times, then it is the continuous improvement. Next time it comes to 6 times, then 7 times.
Okay. Okay. I will take partially. Karan was trying to say something. Karan, could you say what you wanted to say?
Yes, sir. So continual improvement is different from continuous. So in continuous, we do the improvement and then we sustain it for some time, and after that
Absolutely.
we do further improvement.
Yes. What Amit was trying to say, he talked about continuous improvement. I remember he talked about continuous improvement, but the example he tried to give, it was more towards a continual improvement. Maybe he was not able to explain that properly, but that's okay. And what you said, yes, continual improvement means we do an improvement and we sustain that improvement. That means we make that improvement permanent. That is what actually Amit was also trying to say. We do it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, every time we do that. It meant like that. Maybe he used a wrong word, continuous. Continuous means continuously doing the improvement, not necessarily. Continual improvement means an improvement is done and an improvement is well sustained. I will give you a very simple example. Suppose it is Amit. Amit's son, I am not sure whether Amit is married or not. I just give examples like this with every one of us. Amit's son, who is, say, a bit weak in maths. Okay. So Amit wants that his son to improve in maths number. So he has given his son some very good tuition at home. He has also put him into that online Baiju kind of trainings also. Also, he has also put that poor guy in some other training, face-to-face trainings, classroom training also. So he's trying as a parent all sorts of improvement measures through which his son's performance improves towards the maths marks. Say, just as an example, His original number, he was getting maybe around 50% in the maths, which Amit feels 50% is nothing in today's context. He needs to get very good numbers, otherwise he will not be able to compete. So he has taken all those measures, and now in the next exam, when Amit sees his result, he has scored 80%. So that's wonderful. That means what? Amit's son's performance has improved. That means his process of doing the improvement has been successful. But will Amit be happy if next exam he got 80, but from the next exam onwards, he again started get 60, 50, again his numbers are deteriorating? Will he be happy? Amit will always try to ensure that going forward, he always gets 80 and above. That means in our day-to-day life, I told you, total quality management, because Six Sigma is part of total quality management. Even ISO, most of you, if not all, have definitely your organizations are ISO certified. In some of your IT organizations who were talking about IT, we are from IT, 4 or 5 people are from IT. You people might not be involved, but at least might have heard of CMMI, capability, maturity integrated assessments, because I happen to be a high maturity assessment team lead. So we have seen how this processes helps us for a continual improvement. That means we performed, we improved, we attained an improvement, and we sustained that. That is what Karan also, and also Amit explained to an extent. That means sustenance of the improvement. This is very, very important in Six Sigma. If you do an improvement today, but after 3 months, your improvement slides down, that means your Six Sigma project is a failure. Your Six Sigma project is a failure. So Six Sigma project, you have to always ensure that it is not only an improvement, but it's a continual improvement. And the last one, factual approach to decision making. If I come to the other people, say, Satish, if I ask Satish, how is your organization doing? He will say, sir, my organization is doing fantastic. How does he know? He definitely remembers some revenue figures, some profit figures, some other figures. Based on this only, he wants to know that, yes, my organization is doing good. If I ask Pradeep, how you are doing? Pradeep will say, sir, I am doing fantastic health-wise. How does he know? From the data which talks about his health conditions, he only comes to know that, so that he is doing well. So from the data itself, otherwise, if I ask Satish, how is your organization doing? He says, sir, I feel it is doing good. Does it make sense? His feeling is just an guesstimate, right? His feeling, if I ask Manish, how's your organization doing? He will say, sir, I guess it is doing good. His guess could be very wrong. So in a Six Sigma initiative, you cannot have a imperative statement like this. It should be always subjective. It should be followed by data. That is what we call a factual approach to decision making. If I ask Manish, how do you know, Manish, your organization is doing good? He will say, sir, my revenue for the last 2 years is this. My profit for the last 2 years is this. So that means what? Based on facts and figures, he is only saying that my organization is doing good or bad, whatever. So this is what we call it, a factual approach to decision making. Now, please note, out of these 8 steps, which are the generic 8 quality management principles, point number 1, point number 5, point number 7, and point number 8. Customer focus, process approach, continual improvement, and factual approach to decision making are very, very important from the Six Sigma standpoint. Six Sigma standpoint. So you can keep a note of this. Okay. Now,
so you mentioned, sorry, just to confirm, you mentioned 4, right? So it's 1, 5, 7, and 8, correct?
1, 5, 7, and 8. Absolutely.
Thank
1, 5, 7, and 8. Yes.
Devashish, can you please elaborate something on leadership, like point number 6?
Okay. Leadership, actually, I will talk about this a bit later, but good. When you have asked me a question, let me enhance this. Every organization, whenever it goes for a strategy or it goes for a policy involvement in the organization, don't you feel that strategy or the quality policy and everything comes from the top? So always any quality strategy, any process management strategy is a top-down approach. That means it gets pushed from the leadership teams. It gets pushed from the leadership team and the execution happens either from the bottom or from the middle part of the organization. And that's how there is an organization which has quality circulation within the organization, which improves the process. So having a proper leadership of monitoring the work, by leadership over here, I mean monitoring the work, tracking the work, which we will learn as a Six Sigma initiative, as a Six Sigma professional, as a Six Sigma practitioner. Your work is to play a leadership role, especially if you want to be a black belt. I will come to that. Okay, so today, as per my plan, whatever I plan to finish off today, we might be a bit late because we took around 40 minutes towards our introduction, but we will gradually make it up. You don't worry. Yeah, Karan, you had a question?
Yeah. Actually, sir, can you give an example for continual improvement, like an industrial specific example, like manufacturing?
I think I have explained it a lot, but still, okay. Okay, but before this, who was that? Mehtab, whatever you wanted to understand about leadership, it's clear with you?
Yeah, Devashi, it's clear.
Okay, sir. Now, continual improvement. As I say, I do an improvement and I sustain that improvement. I will give an example, very simple example I'm giving. Suppose I am Karan's customer. Karan is running his own organization, which is a startup manufacturing organization, and he is sending me products. Now, after 2 months of sending the products to me, I called him up one day and said, Karan, I'm not happy with your products that you are sending me. Very simple example I'm giving so that everybody can understand. Karan will definitely ask me, why, sir, what is the problem? I will say, sir, you are sending me products which are having 70% quality. I cannot accept 70% quality, which means 30% are defects. I cannot have so much of defects. So automatically now Karan will ask me, sir, what is your target? What are your expectations? Ideally, as a customer, I will say, I want 100% quality. Ideally. Okay. Ideally, I will say, I want 100% quality. But say, just as an example, I am a very kind-hearted person. So I gave Karan, and we are having a good 3 months, good relationship, working relationship. So I told him, okay, you give me 90% quality. I am okay with that 10% defect. I am still okay with that. Just as an example, take it. So Karan has to improve his process in such a way that his quality improves from 70 to 90%. That he has to do. And he has to continue that improvement for times to come, because this is the month of June. On 30th of June, he gives me products which is having 90% quality. I am happy. Very good. I am happy. Greater than equal to 90% quality. Say, I have given him this target and he gives me 90%. I am happy. Next month, July, he again gives me 90%. Third month, that is in August, it comes down to 80%. Again, I will be unhappy because I have already given him a target that I should have only 90% and above. Again, I am happy. So it is Karan's responsibility to ensure that whatever improvement he is having and he is doing to the process, he is able to sustain that. How we sustain? It is through proper monitoring and tracking of the improvements that we will do. That is how we need to track. that the improvement in any way does not pull the process down. Is it clear, Karan?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay, sir. No problem. Concept of quality. Concept of quality. I have already discussed this. Concept of quality. Process and quality are part of everyday life. The examples that whatever I'm giving you now or today are from our day-to-day life. It is nothing but common sense. Forget about IT projects. Forget about IT projects. I will make it generic. Why do projects fail? So we have understood about customer quality and defect. We have understood about process. Now, when we understand that Six Sigma is towards process improvement, now I will add, when we talk about Six Sigma as an initiative, we ideally talk about Six Sigma as a project. Six Sigma as a project. So if I may ask Gaurav Kulkarni, Gaurav, how do you define a project? How do you define a project? Gaurav Kulkarni, can you hear me?
I
Yes.
didn't get your question.
Sorry?
I didn't get your question exactly.
You didn't get my question. Okay, very fine. My question is, what is a project as per you? Yes, Gaurav?
Work which involves certain amount of strategy, people.
Not able to hear you because your voice is coming and going, coming and going. Could you speak a bit clearer, please? What is a project?
I think a project is a piece of work which is people oriented, organized and planned, and which helps us to understand a particular, maybe a product or maybe a business entity or maybe an enterprise, to get it solved in a very procedure type kind of a way, which can help us to gain profit or maybe sustain in the market or maybe have a great going towards our vision.
Okay, you talked about so many things, starting with vision and many other things you have talked. In simple words, we can discuss project as a temporary endeavor to achieve something. Very simple. A project can be a temporary endeavor to achieve something with a process involved. Project, not necessarily it should be a 5-year project. It can be a 2 months project in an organization. It can be a 7 months project. It can be a 1-year project, 5-year project, 10-year project, whatever. So it's a temporary endeavor to achieve something where we get inputs, we put it under process and we get an output. And project is basically having all the processes done in a series of functions to get something, to achieve something is out of a project. That is a temporary endeavor to come out with something. Now, we might say, when can a project fail? When can a project fail? One of the main reasons, at least in IT organization, I can say, because I have traveled across many IT organizations, one of the main reason of an IT project getting failed is lack of improper estimation. Requirements management. We are talking about generic projects, not IT projects. Requirement management, not understanding what the customer has really asked for. It is a very common thing. Improper project planning and monitoring. Resources unavailability. Managing client expectations, almost the same like the requirement management. Lack of process and standards. And Six Sigma initiative talks about concentration on the process and the standards. Configuration management. Maybe many of you are aware of what is configuration management. I will give you a hint about configuration management sometime afterwards. Reviews, lack of reviews and testing. Lack of quality control, quality checks. Automatically, your defects will be more coming out, and staff attrition. Staff attrition could also be coming out of this. What we will do, we will take, Yeah, Satish.
Sir, mainly project fail from recall of management, sir.
Sorry.
Project mainly fail from a recall of management, sir.
Not necessary. Project can fail for many reasons. Not
Okay,
necessarily only for managing. No. Who told you that only for the managers that project fail?
No, recall of management. Recall of management.
What do you mean by recall? What do you mean by recall of management? What do you mean by recall of management? Sorry?
Sir, I'm not understanding. First you told no, sir.
No. I don't understand what you say. Your voice is not very clear.
Okay.
What exactly did you say actually? Could you repeat?
Mainly project fail from what? What is the point, sir? That I'm asking.
So
There's
these are the areas where a project can fail. That's what I'm explaining.
Okay.
These are the areas, whatever could be applicable. Maybe in your organization, all might not be applicable. Maybe for some organization, maybe you will say, no, in my projects, my estimation is fantastic. Fine. Maybe there could be some problem with your requirement management understanding or understanding the client expectations. Or your project planning or project management or project monitoring might not be very good. So it depends. These are some
Depend upon the
general-
industry, sir.
So that's what I said. Six Sigma is very situational, right? It cannot be the same for all organizations. That's what I said. You have to understand to what perspective Six Sigma could be applicable in your area. You might say, no, in my organization, none of the reasons are there. Only I have a very bad staff attrition problem. Very fine. So you work on that. Whatever is applicable for you, you have to work on that. So now what we will do, it is 9:35 by my watch. Let's have a break of 15 minutes. Let us come back exactly at 9:50, 15 minutes from now. I will start exactly in 15 minutes. So all of you who are not from India, kindly adjust your time as per my time. It is 9:35 p.m. India time. Please adjust your time accordingly and come back exactly in 15 minutes. And then we will continue with the rest of our discussion. Thank you.
Sure. Okay.
Welcome back after the break. I think all of you are back, I guess. So we will start our session now. So before we start our session, we will now try to understand. We have understood about customer quality and defects. We have also understood the different magnitudes of quality and what exactly is related to process. What is a process? What are the different aspects of process? What is a project? Because why we need to understand project? Because when we talk about Six Sigma as an initiative, we talk about Six Sigma as a project. Okay, we will discuss about these things further down the line. Now, there are few things which we have already discussed and understood conceptually, because in a Six Sigma initiative, the conceptions are the main thing. If your conceptions are correct and your conceptions are good, understanding Six Sigma initiative down the line for other areas will not be much of a problem. Okay, now we understood that Six Sigma is a customer focused attitude. It is towards customer that we are doing. It is always customer focused. I told you, always focus is on the customer, what the customer wants, what the customer does not want. All decisions are data driven, not on gut feel. I have told you this. All these points we will elaborate further. You don't have to worry. We will learn in details with examples. And the next particular bullet, we are not going to discuss it now. I will discuss it afterwards. You might feel that some of the discussions I'm keeping in the parking lot, I will bring those out whenever the actual time comes. A method to achieve breakthrough improvements in process. A philosophy which mandates operational excellence, because if you improve your process, your operational excellence is going to get a robust improvement. And it is Six Sigma involves a set of tools and techniques to reduce variations in process and operations. We will gradually discuss about this. What are the key goals of Six Sigma? Understand the mindset of Six Sigma, understand the concepts and philosophy of Six Sigma, which we are going to learn gradually, sustain the improvement for times to come. This is what I was explaining to Karan, you remember, is to sustain that improvement. That is very, very important. Continual monitoring. How we can sustain that improvement? By continual monitoring. You have to monitor, right? If we do the improvement and we become so complacent, oh, okay, we have done our improvement, let us be very happy. You will see the next month again it comes down. So that means we are becoming complacent. There is no point in a process improvement to be complacent. We have to continue the monitoring. We have to continue the tracking so that we can ensure that whatever improvement we have done is well sustained. And now, savings to the organization. What do I mean by savings to the organization? To explain this, I will use my whiteboard and I will request all of you to kindly write this down, because whatever I am writing in the whiteboard, these are additional explanation in addition to your material. So it will be very helpful for you when you eventually come across many other things in the course of our learning. Okay, there are purposes of, or rather I will say, benefits passed on to the organization by doing a Six Sigma initiative. By doing a Six Sigma initiative, what are the benefits that we pass on to the organization? Number one, reduce or no. By doing a Six Sigma initiative, we pass on to the organization an improved process. Improved process by reducing or removing defects or problems from the process. That we have more or less learned, right? Not very much in detail, but more or less learned that we have to improve the process. Second one is pass on some financial savings to the organization. Because whatever Six Sigma initiative you are doing it for your organization, right? You are not doing for your own benefit and take it in your pocket and go home. You are doing to improve a process for your organization. So at one point of time, we are trying to reduce or remove defects or problems from the process, thereby improving the process. So the company is getting benefited, your organization is getting benefited by getting an improved process. This is number one. Number two, you pass on some financial savings to the organization by doing a Six Sigma project. How? Suppose currently it is Ali Raja who is producing some items and sending to the customer. The customer seems to be not happy and he is saying, sir, I am not happy with your products that you are sending me. They are having 80% quality, 20% defects. So I need an improvement to this. Otherwise, I cannot accept these products. So automatically, Ali Raja now will ask the customer, sir, I understand. So how much you expect, sir? The customer says, okay, you give me 95% quality. 5% defects I can still allow. So 95% from 80%, he has to improve the process to such an extent that he reaches that 95%. Now, or if, say, let's take a good example, better example, the customer is fierce. The customer is very angry. He says, sir, I want 100% quality. Not a single defect I can allow for this particular product. So Ali Raja from 80% quality, he has to reach 100% quality. Now try to understand how to improve and all. Those are different things we will discuss. Now, when Ali Raja was giving 80% quality, that means he was passing on 20% defects to the customer. And what the customer used to do, those 20% defects, he used to send it back to Ali Raja. That, sir, please rework on this, please rectify this, make the changes, corrections, and whatever, and then send me back the corrected items. Obvious, right? So whenever there is a defect, Ali Raja was working on the rework, rectification, all these things for these 20% defective items. Now he has now improved his process by doing a Six Sigma initiative, and now his quality is 100%. Say, as an example, when his quality is 100%, that means there are 0% defects. When there are 0% defects, there are obviously zero rework, zero rectification, zero damage control, zero correction work, no work on this. So by reducing the quality to 100%, Ali Raja is saving by, when his quality was at 80%, say on an average, he was spending around 2,000 hours of efforts per year on the rework efforts. Just giving you an example, 2,000 hours of efforts he was spending towards rework. Now by producing at 100% quality, he is now saving on that 200 hours of efforts. That rework efforts he is not doing any further because there is no rework. So if from the finance team, you can get the rate card per hour of the employees who are working on those rework, you will get a financial value. So 2,000, and say on an average, it was 100 rupees per hour rate for all the employees who were working on the rate card. So 100 means what? 2 lakhs of rupees. 2 lakhs of rupees he is saving for the organization. So this is the financial savings that we pass on to the organization. So always benefits passed on to the organization are two. First, we improve the process, number one. Number two, we pass on a financial savings to the organization by doing a Six Sigma initiative. We will discuss about this further when we are in the define phase. Now, Six Sigma benefits we have discussed. improve customer satisfaction. We have understood that reduce cycle time, reduce turnaround time, reduce cost of poor quality, which we are going to take up. And see the last sentence, which is very, very important. Very, very important. Okay, what somebody is keeping on writing in this group. Okay, I don't know who is this writing. Is that possible to send the link by mail? Okay. Okay. Now, to do a project, the immediate solution to the problem is not known. Say, I visit Mangesh's organization. I visit Mangesh's organization, and Mangesh tells me, sir, there is a big problem in my process. There is a big problem in my process. But I also know what is the solution to that. What would be my answer? My answer will be, just do it. If you already know the solution, just do it. Because if you already know the solution, you might be able to resolve it in 5 hours or 5 days or 20 days, which is not possible in case of a Six Sigma initiative. Because in a Six Sigma initiative, it is ideally applicable when there is a problem in the process. If now Mangesh tells me, sir, there is a problem in our process, but I don't know how to solve it. We have to analyze and find out. That is an ideal situation of a Six Sigma initiative. So any problem in the process will not lead to a Six Sigma initiative. Only those problems in the process which does not have an immediate solution to the problem, which you have to analyze and find out what could be the solution. In those cases only it will be applicable for a Six Sigma initiative. When I talk about Six Sigma, yeah, Ali Raja, you have any question?
Sir, this mean that we have to find the problem, that where is the problem in the process.
So that's what we have to do in a Six Sigma initiative. Because if you don't, tell me.
Yeah, if we already know the problem, where is the problem, we cannot initiate Six Sigma.
No, then also you can do. What I am talking about, the solution. If I come to your organization, you tell me, sir, there is a big problem in that part of our process. And I also know the solution, how to resolve it. Then I will say, it does not apply as a Six Sigma initiative. Because you could be able to work on the solution in 5 days. You can resolve it in 5 days. In 5 days, you cannot do a Six Sigma initiative. Six Sigma initiative talks about a bigger process, which we will discuss in a bigger process.
Sigma, same like finding the root cause.
We'll come to that. We will come to that. We will come to that.
Okay.
So hold on with your question. I will not answer everything now. I can give you an answer, but it will be a bit of misleading for you. So hold on with your question. You will get your answer in due course when I keep on discussing other things. Okay, sir?
Okay, sir.
You will get your answer. You don't worry. And if you still don't get your answer, you ask me again afterwards. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Because if I give you an answer right away, it will be something like jumping into something, which I don't want. It will confuse you further. Okay? Good. So,
okay.
yeah. So this is what about, okay. Now, when I talk about the Six Sigma trainings, there are generally 3 kinds of trainings which are generally being done. One is, which some of you have already gone through, that is the awareness training, which in many organizations I have seen, they call it an yellow belt training. And yellow belt training, basically, always remember, whether you do an yellow belt, whether you do a green belt, whether you do a black belt or master black belt, whatever, the concept of Six Sigma remains the same. It is something like when I do a lead auditor training in ISO. I am a lead auditor, certified lead auditor. So when I do a lead auditor training, I learn ISO, I learn auditors methodology, then I learn lead auditors methodology, and normal auditor also learn the same thing, but I learn something more as a lead auditor. So the conceptual things remains the same. Similarly, in a Six Sigma initiative, the conceptual part of Six Sigma, whether you do a yellow belt training or a green belt training and in a black belt training, the concept of Six Sigma always remains same. But definitely in an yellow belt training, whatever you learn, in a green belt training, you learn something more. In a black belt training, you learn something more than a green belt also. I'm not discussing about a master black belt because that is not part of our discussion. So in an awareness or a yellow belt training, generally people get aware of what are the different terms and terminologies of Six Sigma, how to handle this, etc., etc., but not necessarily in very much detail. Not very much in detail how to use each and every tools and techniques. Because if we learn everything in all trainings, what is the use of having this hierarchy, right? It doesn't make sense. Green belt training, I will say, is the first training where you learn Six Sigma to a good extent, where you learn what is the concept of Six Sigma in details. You learn about statistical tools and techniques. We learn about quality tools and techniques. And we also learn some amount of managerial tools and techniques. In a green belt training, the duration of the green belt training differs from organization to organization. Like for IMC, we have a specific duration of a green belt. For a black belt, for a master class. This is a combined training, which is a master class. So we have different organizations with different durations. More or less, I work with around 6 organizations globally, including IMC. So I have seen in all organizations, the durations are different. But more or less, the areas that we discuss are more or less the same. Okay. After the trainings are done, you have to sit for your exam. You have to sit for your exam and then get your green belt certification. For a black belt, as I said, the concept remains same. But in a black belt, definitely you will be learning more things in a black belt training. Here, you will learn about more statistical tools and techniques, more quality tools and techniques, few more instruments we will be learning. I will discuss afterwards what is instrument. We will also learn more and more about management tools and techniques, which necessarily we don't touch base much in a green belt. So these are the difference. Again, the duration of a black belt training compared to a green belt training will be definitely different, will be more. And in a black belt training, the duration from different organizations will also differ. Some will have it for 25 hours, some will have it for 30 hours, some for 26 hours, some for 28, whatever. So these are the differences of the different trainings. When I talk about Six Sigma as an evolution, Six Sigma as an initiative which started off around the year 1960-61 in Japan, originated from manufacturing organizations, from Toshiba, TPS, not Toshiba, sorry, Toyota Production System, TPS. In 1960-61, they started off Six Sigma as just-in-time management. They started off Lean and Six Sigma over there. The modern Six Sigma initiative that we see, the current Six Sigma initiative, which was made very popular in the US around the year 1985-86 in an organization called Motorola. And I was very fortunate. Okay, I will come to that. 1985-86, Motorola started off Six Sigma initiative in a bigger way. And on the right-hand side bottom corner, if you see in 1995, in GE, they started off, GE, General Electric, they started off their Six Sigma initiative in a bigger way. And I joined this organization, GE, in US in 1998. And I worked for many years in US in GE. And I will share many of my experiences with you. I was very fortunate to have worked with organizations like GE and learned many, many things towards Six Sigma. Actually, in US only, I did my yellow belt, I did my green belt, I did my black belt. Master black belt, of course, I came back to India and after that I did that. So while I was in GE, I was working as a trainer, consultant, and a mentor, and I had an opportunity to visit Motorola as an organization as a consultant for many of their projects in Motorola. I was very fortunate. I was fortunate enough to visit Citibank in Atlanta, First County Bank in Connecticut, few other automobile industries in Detroit like General Motors and many other organizations where I will share my experiences with you all. I was very fortunate enough. So this is how we started Six Sigma in a bigger way. Now, this particular thing is very, very important. This particular expression, I will call it an expression. In statistical language, equations are ideally called expressions. We will learn about this. Y is equal to F within bracket X. Okay. There are many things written down the line. Don't read all these things now. Don't read. You will get confused. I will discuss about this again when time comes, appropriate time comes, and I will explain, because Six Sigma learning is like riding up the staircase. You have to put your foot in all the stairs slowly, 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 and then reach at the end of learning. If you want to jump on the staircase, you will skip some learning and you will fall. You will not be a complete learning for you. So we have to go in proper steps of learning the Six Sigma initiative. Okay. Now this expression Y is equal to F within bracket X. What does it mean? Many of these things we will again rediscuss, but I will give you an initial idea. Here Y is the output, F is the process or function, and X is the input. What does it mean? Inputs put under process creates output. It is common for every organization. All of us know, right? That input, put it under process, we get output. That's everybody we know. But the question might come, why is the output shown first? Because in a Six Sigma initiative, our concentration is to produce and improve product or service, but our focus is always on the F, that is the process. Ultimately, if I am your customer, if I tell Chetan, I need this product with 100% quality. As a customer, am I concerned what process improvement Chetan is doing? I am no way bothered, right? You have to understand this way. I am no way bothered what Chetan is doing in his organization. I want my products with 100% quality. That's it. I don't want to listen to what Chetan is doing in his organization. He is spending whole night and doing whatever his process improvement. I am least bothered. I want my products to reach me with 100% quality. So customer is only bothered about the output. The process is Chetan's prerogative. I, as an organization person, I, as a Six Sigma person, my concentration or focus is on the F, or the process or function. So process or function is the focus, and our concentration is to have a better process, have a good process, and have a proper product and service rendered to the customer. We have already discussed about this. Here it is showing 3 kinds of customers, but I will say there are always 2 kinds of customers, internal customer and external customer. Top management are also part of internal customers. Okay. Now, we have discussed that in our organization, we always have a Six Sigma initiative. Write this down. Write this down. A Six Sigma initiative starts off with a customer's dissatisfaction and ends with a customer's satisfaction. A Six Sigma initiative starts with a customer's dissatisfaction and ends with a customer's satisfaction. So as I said, a A Six Sigma initiative starts off with the customer's dissatisfaction. Always I have given you an example. A customer is not happy. That only leading to a process improvement to make the customer happy. And this dissatisfaction of the customer is always termed as a terminology which is called VOC, or voice of the customer. Voice of the customer is the dissatisfaction of the customer, which the customer expresses. And this voice of the customer can come to us in many ways. One-to-one interviews. We can have one-to-one interviews, one-to-one call with the customer, and then come to know what is their dissatisfaction. Accordingly, we go for planning to improve our process. Surveys. This probably, I will say, the most scientific method, the best way of capturing the customer satisfaction. I have seen that in many organizations, manufacturing as well as IT organizations, I have seen where for every customer and organization, what they prepare some parameters, 15 to 20 or 25 or 10 or whatever, that these are the activities that we do. Then we send it to the customers every 6 months or once in a year. Sir, please check these parameters and evaluate us or rate us in a range of 1 to 10, how we are performing on this. Ideally, we will expect that ideally the customers will always rate us in a range of 8, 9, and 10. That is very good, excellent, and superlative. But if the customer feels that no, on a particular parameter, you are not doing good, you will give a low rating with some comment that could lead to a Six Sigma initiative. So customer satisfaction index in many organizations, they call it CSAT movement. CSAT could be one of the measures by which we can understand. Focus groups. In many banks, you see, there are relationship managers who deal with some savvy customers to understand, sir, you had been in that branch that day to open a savings account. So how has been your experience, sir? What is your rating on that? So they try to gather the experience. And if something is not going right as for the customer, then they will go for that improvement. Observing the customer. This is one way, but not an acceptable way of getting a dissatisfaction. Your observation could be very wrong. So let's not discuss about it. Customer complaints. Any organization can have customer complaints. Of course, being a person from the quality area, I will not appreciate customer complaints to come, customer escalations to come, but it comes. In many times, customer complaints, which could lead to some customer complaints. Now, before explaining this, I will also write something again in the whiteboard. And all of you, please write it down. We have, first, let me write it down. Voice of the customer, then I will explain. Voice of the customer, which is called VOC. Critical to quality, which is the CTQ, and the upper and lower specification limit, which is called USL and NSL. Please write this down, then I will explain. VOC, CTQ, and CTQ, USL and NSL. Now, voice of the customer, which I have told you, that is the dissatisfaction of the customer. Dissatisfaction of the customer. So say the current situation is any one of you may be producing products which are going to the customer with 70% quality. 70% quality means what? It is greater than equal to 30% are defects. It is the same, right? So if a customer is not happy with greater than equal to 30%, greater than equal to 30% defect, he will definitely give you that, boss, I am not happy with your products. It is showing greater than equal to 30% defects on an average. I am not happy with this. Automatically now you will talk to the customer, sir, could you please tell me what are your expectations? Say the customer is a very kind-hearted person, and just as an example, I'm telling you, he now tells you, okay, I can go with only less than equal to 5% defects. Which means what? Greater than equal to 95% quality he is expecting. Ideally, he can expect 100% quality. But he is saying, okay, you give me greater than equal to 95% quality. So that means what? It is less than equal to 5% defects. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. If you give him maximum 5% defects, he is okay. You give him 4, he will be a bit more happier. If you give him 3, it will be a bit more happier again. 2, 1, 0, he will be better, happier. So maximum 5% defects he will allow. This terminology is defined by the customer, which is called critical to quality, which is the target given by or agreed upon by the customer. Write this down. Everything is there in your material, but I'm explaining this in a proper way so that it makes you understand better. Okay, you don't have to go through so many slides to understand these things. This will be helping you as a pocket book. Critical to quality is the target given by or agreed upon by the customer. You cannot define your own CTQ. Remember this. Always, it is the customer who will give you the CTQ. That is the target. And it is your responsibility to improve the process in such a way that you attain that CTQ. That is less than equal to 5% defects. So what I have stated, when the CTQ is less than equal to 5% defects, your upper and the lower specification limit will be, upper specification limit should be 5% and lower specification limit by default will be 0%. Yes, Uruj, you have any questions?
Yeah, so I just want to know for the CTQ, I mean the critical to quality, can we
Yes.
define it by on both sides? I said external and internal customer.
Absolutely. Any customer can define the critical to quality because based on that target, your improvement has to be done.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can we say that there can be a difference between the external and internal part. The reason I am saying this is Yeah, sorry, sir. Please carry on.
No. You tell me.
The reason I'm asking you this is because we have an external customer as well as the internal customer.
Every
But we have a
organization has, yes.
Yeah, but we have a different CTQ for both the part. Like one for it says 98.8, some say for internal it says 98.5, for the external it says 95%. So things like that.
So that you have to understand, that you have to match. Okay. So that you have to match for ideally when there is a target given by your external customer or a target given by your internal customer, ideally this could be for some different items. Okay. They cannot be the same all the time. Even for your external customer, one customer will expect 95% quality, another customer can expect 100% quality. So you have to understand, that's what I said, quality varies from customer to customer. Every organ, so CTQ is the target given by one customer. It cannot be the same for all customers. So you have to understand from each customer perspective and then accordingly understand that.
Okay, and that could be both agreed upon by the both sides. I mean, external and internal customer.
No. The customer is only giving you the CTQ. What is the question of agreed upon? Agreed upon means what? Sometimes I have seen in some organizations that they might ask you, yes, Uruj, how much improvement you can give me? You tell him, sir, I will give you, sir, from 70%, I cannot give you 100%. I will give you 90%. He will say, no, you give me 95%. So finally, he has agreed on that 95%. That's what I say. Because you cannot define, because Your CTQ, finally, it is the customer for which you are going to improve your process, right? So your
Okay.
improvement to the process has to be as per the target given by either he gives or dictates the target, or he agrees upon. Suppose if you have a very long relationship with the customer, sometimes he might ask you, okay, Uruj, tell me, how much you can give me maximum? You will say, sir, I will be able to give you 95%. Okay, I agree on this. So this is what I say agreed upon by the customer.
Okay. Okay. Got it, sir.
Yeah,
And one another thing, for this upper and lower specification, can
I'm
we
coming
say
to that.
this?
I'm coming to that. I'm coming
Okay.
to that.
Okay.
I'm coming to it. Upper and the lower specification limits, as you see the last line, all of you, from the VOC, I derive my CTQ, and from the CTQ, I derive my upper and the lower specification limit. So over here, when I say that critical to quality is less than equal to 5%, my upper specification limit is 5%. That is the maximum the customer will allow the defects. That is the upper specification limit. And when I say it is less than equal to 5%, automatically your LSL or lower specification limit should be 0. Less than equal to 5% means what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So minimum it should be 0%. So that is what we derive from the CTQ. Is it clear, Uruj?
Yeah. So I got it. Is can we say that this is a threshold for the upper and lower specifications?
No. This is the target that we arrive from the CTQ, not threshold.
Okay.
Threshold is different. Threshold is different that we will discuss in the control phase, not now.
Okay. Got it, sir. Thank you.
So from the VOC, I derive my CTQ, and after the CTQ has been arrived at from the customer, we now know what my customer expects. I derive my USL LSL because the customer has nothing to do with your USL LSL. He is not concerned about what is your USL LSL. He is not Six Sigma learned person, so he does not know what is USL LSL. He has given you a target. Now it is your responsibility to define your USL LSL and then go ahead with your Six Sigma initiative. So you see over here, there is a block called target. Third block from the top, target, that is the CTQ that you arrive at from the customer. And from the target, you derive the specification limits. Specification limits that we derive from the customer, from the CTQ. So always remember, from the VOC, we derive the CTQ. And from the CTQ, we derive our upper and the lower specification limits. And for the last thing, write down. Last thing for today, write down. When we arrive at the upper and the lower specification limits from the CTQ, those becomes my ultimate target that we have to attain in a Six Sigma initiative by improving the process. So my upper and the lower specification limits, when we derive it from the CTQ, those becomes my ultimate target that we have to finally achieve by improving the process, which we are gradually going to learn from coming Monday onwards. Okay. So with that, I will come to a close of today's session. We are almost done, 1 minute to 10:30 India time. So we will stop my discussion for today. And we will meet again coming Monday. But before I close my session, I think all of you have already received this material from IMC. All of you have received this material, I see.
No,
okay.
I haven't. Yeah.
Not,
Okay.
I haven't as well.
Okay. So what I understand, you people might not be. So what I will write to Soumya and others to pass on, because this time I see it is being coordinated from India. So generally it is Michelle who from Dubai generally coordinates with me. But this time it is from India. There could be some problem, but don't worry. I will make sure that this particular material, another Excel data file, which we will need afterwards, these both will be shared with you all. Okay, so there will be two documentations, two artifacts which will be shared with you all. One, this particular material, which I will ensure with IMC, they will share with you before start of the next day session. And another Excel data file which you will be sending. Okay, another Excel data file which you will be sending. Why we use this, why we need this, that we will discuss on next coming month, Monday. Okay, so with that, I close my session for today. Thank you very much, everybody. And we will meet up again coming Monday, same time.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Yes, tell me.
Okay, in the whiteboard, you had the VOC and then you had that
CTQ.
no, sorry, yeah, the VOC in the whiteboard. You had the VOC and then that sign of and then you had the CTQ and then you had the
USL, LSL.
USL and LSL. Yes, that one below.
Yes.
Does it have any significance as an equation?
Absolutely. No, not an equation. What I meant to say, that's what I explained. From the VOC, I derive my CTQ, and from the CTQ, I derive my USL and the LSL. That is the, what I would say, that is the hierarchy. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem. It will be more clear on Monday when we will discuss further things. Okay?
So, Debashish, this is funny here.
Yes.
Can you please define USL and LSL specification limit? What is this specification limit?
So that's what I said. From the CTQ, when I say that your CTQ is coming with 5% defects, that what has been agreed with the customer as your CTQ, the customer will have given you a target that I will allow maximum less than equal to 5% defects. So from the CTQ, we have to come out, we have to derive two specification limits. Those will be our final target that we will have to achieve by improving our process, which is the upper and the lower specification limit. When the CTQ is less than equal to 5%, that means what? The customer will allow maximum 5% defects. So that becomes your upper specification limit. And by default, your lower specification limit should be 0. So your specification limits are ultimately the target that we have to attain by improving the process, which we derive from the CTQ.
So you mean to say the target quality or target number of defects? So when you're talking about the quality and defects, right?
So what is the difference? I am just giving you an example of the defect. Even if you take the quality percentage, what do you mean? Greater than equal to 95% quality. That means what? Your upper specification limit should be 100% quality. Your lower specification limit should be 95%. Yeah.
Hello, sir. I have one more question, if you allow me.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, like this, when we in the construction industry, like we approve some specification based on some standard and code. So what are the limits in that specification or code? So those will be our upper limits.
That depends. That depends. Look, I cannot give you a blanket statement like this. If you say that these specifications or whatever be your specification or the target, that is what you are going to improve. And if you have it from your customer, then it has to be given by your customer. That what is the target they want to have it? What is the improvement they want to have it? That is what the target should be defined in a Six Sigma project. So in your organization, whatever you feel that, okay, for my organization, the customer has asked for this. Accordingly, you have to derive your upper and the lower specification limits.
Yes, sir. Like actually I work in the developer. So like we approve the design or the specification.
Yes.
So those specifications are the upper limit for the contractor. Because
So
for
it
the
depends.
contractor, we are the customer.
No, I understand. So if you are talking about a software industry, those targets are given by your customer only, right? So those targets,
Yes, sir.
whatever be the lines of code, whatever be the number of errors that the customer, In a software quality, it should be 0% defect. Ideally, it should be 0% defects. So this 0% defect could be your critical to quality. So your USL or LSL ideally should all be 0%, because that's what you derive from your CPQ. Because not a single customer will allow any lines of code defect in your software products, right? Otherwise, it will not function.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Right, right.
So we will discuss this further from our sessions on Monday onwards again. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Good night. Good night, all of you.
Thank you. Good night. Sir. Bye bye. Good night.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Hello.
Yes, Jairaj?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.